Hello. Hi, guys. Thank you for your patience with me tonight. I was having a few issues and it was just becoming a little bit stressful. I use a program called StreamYard, which is it allows me to stream to more than one location at a time. So instead of just going live in Facebook, I go live on StreamYard and then stream out to both YouTube and Facebook at the same time. I used to do my Facebook videos one night and my YouTube videos another night, and now I can do both every time, which is fantastic, except that tonight I could not get my camera to rotate, so that when I switched over, when I was going to switch over to the desk, it was the wrong way. It was sideways. And do you think I could work out how to fix it? So I called my son and he came and fixed it in 2 seconds. So I should say, my technical person, hey guys, nice to see you. I'm so sorry if I've kept you waiting here tonight. I'm just looking through to see if I've missed any comments. I see a few people talking about the weather, because goodness me, we've had plenty of that lately, haven't we? 1 a.m. Jean, goodness me, you're always up so late. Now, you were in hospital the other night and I was just wondering if you're okay. Are you all right? I just want to make sure. Very early tonight, Margaret, I see. Hi, Jenny. Who else have we got here? Nicole, hi, in Perth. It's not quite so late over there. You're 3 hours behind us, I think, aren't you? 4:38 p.m. Not even dinner time yet. I'm always trying to get my studio in shape, Jean. Oh, knee replacement surgery. Okay. I hope that goes well for you. Have I missed any other important comments? Hey, Jenny. Hi, Elizabeth. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Margaret, I know you've got relatives down in Victoria, haven't you? I hope they're okay where they are. And Echuca was evacuated. I did see that on the news. I think Shepparton had it really bad as well. So, hi, Salvega. Nice to see you. Hi, Nairi. Hey, Anita. I think you might have accidentally typed the wrong thing there, but I think I know what you're trying to say. If you look back on your comment, you'll laugh, because I don't think it's what you meant to say at all. Yeah, Moana also. Yeah. So many of those small towns on the river system have been affected by this. So we're hoping that it's going to subside for them soon. Oh, you went to Sydney today, Nori. Nice. Oh, okay. I hate it when you have the fall, because it sounds like, had a fall sounds like something that sort of happened to you. I know when it is something that happens to us, but I had a fall back in January. I was walking along like a normal person. Actually, it was February. Walking along like a normal person, and down I went on a wet floor in a grocery store, and yeah, I'm still not completely fixed. It's amazing. Something small like that, and then it affects you for months and months and months. So there you go. That's okay, Cherie. We're just chatting. It's all good. All right. So we're going to get going tonight. I've had a couple of things arrive. You might remember last week I ordered something incorrectly. Well, I got the right thing, so we might use that tonight. And I'm going to switch over to my desk and let's have a little look at what we have. All right, so I'm looking at my mini catalogue tonight. Now, before I go too far, some of you may or may not know that tomorrow at 2 o'clock Sydney time is my next craft along event, which means you can watch and make a card, or it's a beautiful project actually. It's an easel card. All the supplies for those of you who ordered last month went out at the beginning of this month. Or earlier this month, so you should have those by now. If something went wrong, you can just watch and make it later if you didn't get the bits and pieces. But if you did get the bits and pieces, you should be all ready to go tomorrow. All you're going to need is some adhesive, and everything else is pretty much done for you. Oh, more floods for Queensland. Goodness me, it's everywhere, isn't it? Wow. Yay. Michelle, I'm so glad you get excited about Friday nights. It's lovely. Okay, Jody has a question. Can you tell me what colour is closest to the old colour Island Indigo? Bermuda Bay or Pretty Peacock? Well, Pretty Peacock is no longer, it's not a current colour. So Pretty Peacock probably was, but it was more dusty a little bit, whereas Island Indigo was quite a bright tealy blue colour. If I was trying to pick another color, I would go probably Bermuda Bay. Pacific Point is not the right color because it's probably the same strength of color, but it's not much more blue. There's no green to that. I'm just looking to see what else. That's probably the closest color is Bermuda Bay, probably. So we haven't got anything really close to that right now. There we go. Let me scroll down and see if I've missed any other comments. Hello, hello. Oh, yes. There should have been. Was there not a link? Oh, there might not have been a link in your little packet. Maybe not. Well, let me post a link to it right now. And then I'll also post a link on my Facebook page and everywhere else I can think of. Also, I'll put it on my blog as well. Well, I'll make sure it's everywhere. Okay, I'll do that before I go to bed tonight. Let me just find it right now for you, the link, and I'll post it actually in the comments here. Let me see. I can see I'm live right now, so that's always a good thing, isn't it? Right, so I've actually got to go into the behind the scenes part of my YouTube channel because it's not public video yet because it hasn't gone live. So I can go into it to change it or edit it or copy the link, but I can't actually, it doesn't show up yet. Okay, so that's there. And then let me go back here. Hey, Courtney, how you doing? Happy weekend to you. And I'm just going to post the craft along link for tomorrow for anyone who needs it. And like I said, I'm going to pop it everywhere between now and tomorrow. Okay. For those of you who came last month, you kind of probably already know what to expect. I'll be making a project live. You're welcome to make it along with me if you want to, or you can watch the replay and make it later, or you can just watch, whatever you would like to do. But the nice thing is that for those who received the packets, so the people who ordered last month, they're going to get the videos as well, the video tutorials to make a variety of easel cards, which I'll be showing on tomorrow's videos. So that'll be kind of fun. So there you go. I've posted that craft along link now to the Facebook page and also onto the YouTube channel. Okay, so you can use your mouse and copy it and then post it into your URL into your browser tomorrow at the appropriate time, which is 2 o'clock Sydney time. Okay. All right. So here we go. We have our mini catalog, and I follow on YouTube, I follow a guy called Jackson Galaxy. Does anyone know who Jackson Galaxy is? He's a cat guy. He's known as the cat dude, the cat man. And he has all kinds of advice. He used to have that, he used to have a show. I forget what it was called. Somebody might remember. But he used to have a show all about, cats, how to look after cats, how to make sure that, your cats are happy. And a video just popped up right now and said, is your cat happy? I think my cat is happy. I think he is, not he, she. All right, so I'm going to bring out a new set, well, fairly new to me. I've only just got it, and I haven't done much with it yet. And I thought, well, tonight would be a good night to do that. This is a cute little set. It's called Sweet Gingerbread. Oh, you love Jackson? I lost you. Well, yeah, I guess you have puppy dogs. Isn't there a dog person? Somebody who just does everything about dogs and, is famous for dogs? I don't know. But I know that Jackson Galaxy is the cat guy, and he has all the information about cats. Sorry to lose you there, Margaret. By the way, while I think of it, Margaret, how is Paddington going? Hopefully not eating more tissues. Okay, let's go back up and have a little look. Miranda, that's right down the other end of Sydney. Wow. All right. Caesar someone. Caesar who? Caesar who is the dog guy? But that would be in the US, I think. I think Jackson is well known for cats, but somebody else does dogs. All right. So this is a cute little set called Sweet Gingerbread. What is nice about this is we have the stamps, okay, and this is the set called Sweet Gingerbread. This is it right here. And you can just stamp it, and it's got some great little words. Have a sweet Christmas, sending love, and from our home to yours. I've used that from our home to yours several times now. One of the cards I'm making tomorrow, one of the easel cards that will be in the tutorial bundle, will have this on it, from our home to yours. So it's a nice little thing, and I've used this set as well. But what's really, really cute about this is that you can stamp it, or you can use the dies to create a scene as well. So you can stamp it and then use the dies. Can you see how nice these are to do? And then there's some standalone dies, like for example, there's a picket fence, and every cute house must have a picket fence, right? Look at that. And then you've also got like this little roof bit here that cuts out these the little roof stamp. You've got this little, I think it's a cloud of smoke, because you'd have this coming out of the chimney, right? We'd have that coming out of our chimney. So it's a really cute little set. I like it a lot. It's got cute hearts, little trees. You can cut out the windows. You can create brickwork or paving. And there's even little lollipops that cut out the little lollipop stamps. So really super, super cute. And they've got some really nice samples here. I am a sucker, absolute sucker for houses. Love houses. I don't know what it is. I just find something really comforting about house stamps. You know, I like them for, well, you could have, you know, use this for Christmas, but you could also use it for, like, you know, welcome home, or welcome to the neighborhood, or moving house, or there's so many different ways you can use a set like this. You're certainly not limited to Christmas stamps. Now, although it is meant to be like a gingerbread idea, you can stamp it in any color. And today I thought we would do a little bit of scene building with this. We can fill in our windows. So that's what we're going to do. It's very, 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 very cute. All right, so I'm going to pop that to one side. Oh, just so you know, everything I'm showing today is available for purchase. So you see something you like, you can purchase it in the online store, which will be in the description below this video when I finish. But you've got the Sweet Gingerbread bundle here in Australia. That's $81, which is the stamps and the dies. Okay, or you can just buy the stamps for only $32. So, you know, there's a few choices there. The dies by themselves are $58. But I actually think that I wouldn't probably want these dies without the stamps. So I'd either just get the stamps or I'd get the bundle. But you know, everyone's different. And this is really cute over here. They've used a little stamp, this little guy here. This is a different set, this handmade wishes. The idea is to, you know, to go with little gifts, which I think is nice. I'm just going to highlight this one because I don't have it yet, but it's got a matching punch. So there is a bundle with the punch, and I love a punch and stamp bundle. Cute little gingerbread guy, and you can see what they did here, like a little tiny bread tin with like a little tiny loaf of bread in it, and it's all wrapped up with the word love and some little gingerbread that says handmade with love. I mean, how cute is that? All right, so there's a whole bunch of things you can do with that. The other thing I noticed, the little tag that they've got on here, they modified it. I'm actually selling myself this stamp set. I'm gonna have to buy this soon. This punch here, which you can see is like a square with rounded corners, they've actually cut a couple of the corners off and made it into a tag. So that's really cute. So you can modify it and do different things with that. Really, really sweet. All right, so let's grab ourselves, I'm not even sure what I'm doing here tonight, but you know how it is. We always come up with something. I'm going to start by stamping my house. Now, all these stamps will fit on D block. You don't have to go up to E. So D block is your kind of regular, I think D block is the most commonly used size for stamping, for me anyway, C and D. And then if I have a really big stamp, I'll go up to E block. Oh, puff paint would look cool on the roof. We might do that. We could do that. If anyone would like us to do, if you'd like to use puff paint on the roof for snow, then tell me and we'll do that. Okay, now the thing is, what color should our house be? If it's a gingerbread house, we're going to do it in like brownie tones like soft suede or crumb cake. But it doesn't have to be a gingerbread house. It can be any color we want. So I am just thinking, what would be a good color? We could make it red. We could do a red roof. Maybe we should stick with crumb cake or soft suede. Oh, this is Sahara sand, actually. What color shall we go? What color? I'm just deciding. Has anybody got any ideas what they would like to do? I haven't decided what color I like for this. Soft suede, perhaps. Red roof. Yep. Puff paint, please, says Jean. Red, said Elizabeth. Now, red for the house or red for the roof? So Nari was saying the red roof. I mean, we could go with soft suede, and if it's too dark, we could stamp it off. I might try it first here and then add a red roof, or we could go with a more bright color. We could go with a blue, like Pool Party. Red house sounds good. Red roof sounds good. All right, so we've had 2 votes for red. So I'm going to go grab my, I think, real red. Or should we go sweet sorbet? That's a softer red. Let's go with that. I haven't used a lot of sweet sorbet yet, but let me see how dark this is. This is a fairly new ink pad, so it's going to be quite dark. I'm just going to stamp it here first to see how dark it is. Do we think that that's a good color? Ooh, red with the white puff paint. Okay, we can do that. All right, I'm just going to go with it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab a mat to put underneath my work to give me, because this is a really solid stamp, so I don't want to, when you've got a really solid stamp, you want to make sure you have, and a larger stamp, you want to make sure you've got a mat underneath, because you'll get a better stamped image. I'm going to move it up a little bit from the bottom so I can add the fence if I want to, which I think would be maybe nice. Bright house, says Jody. All right. Okay, I'm happy with that. That's not bad. Let's close that. Now, I've got the roof here, and I'm thinking maybe I might cut the roof out and then apply the puff paint to the cut out roof. So maybe that's better. I did earlier cut out, just to save some time, I cut out a white picket fence, because, you know, everyone needs a white picket fence, right? So shall we put that across? I think that might look nice. So something like this would have been really good if I cut it with and attached adhesive strips. It would make it a lot easier. But in the absence of adhesive strips, we can use our Tombow Glue, which is probably the next best thing. So let's go with that. And I'm just going to add a bit of Tombow kind of across the center lines of this. So you don't have to add it to the whole surface, but let's see how that goes. And when you're using glue, it's great if you can use a silicone mat underneath. I had someone recently at a class, she stuck down her project too soon and then realized her mistake and needed to pull it up again. And so we were able to fix it, and we used the silicone mat, because then when she needed to stamp on the thing that had the adhesive on the back of it, it didn't matter because the adhesive didn't stick to the mat. So that's always a good choice. I'm going to use my scissors, turn this up the other way, and I'm just going to trim this off. So now we have a house with a little fence across the front. I think the paint would look great as it is really juicy, Michelle. It's almost brand new, almost not used. Okay, so this piece is 8 centimeters by 12 centimeters, if you're wondering how big it is. So that's just what I've got there at the moment. I was thinking I should have put this on after, but we're going to compensate. We're going to fix that. So I'm actually thinking, I've got a couple of little Christmas trees here, and I'm thinking, are they the same size? Yeah, they're identical, I think. So they will nicely cut a couple of trees if I stamp a couple of trees. And in a second, I'm going to bring my cut and emboss machine in, and we'll have a little look at that. I'm going to go, I think I'll go with Garden Green, and we'll get a little bee block here and a little tree. Once again, this is a brand new stamp. I don't think I've used this stamp. There's quite a few stamps I haven't used in this set yet because it's brand new. All right, so let's do that. How cute. Aren't these cute trees? And I think maybe 3 trees. 2 full strength, 1 a bit lighter. And then these little guys are going to perfectly cut those out. Okay, so we'll do that in a second. I can do 2 of them at a time because I have 2 dies. Okay. Now the other thing I've got here, and I should have not stuck this down yet, but oh well, it's down now, is I've got, I'm deciding, what have I got? I've got a window and I've got a door. Actually, I've got 2 windows, and the windows are actually joined together. Can you see that? Excuse me. I've had this persistent weird cough lately. It's just a bit strange. And I'm deciding what colour. Do I want crushed curry? No, I think I want daffodil. I think I want a lighter, but a light but bright yellow. And because these are joined together, they are perfectly going to fit inside your window. Just like that. Hey, Ellen, nice to see you. I'm sorry I missed your call earlier. I saw you called and I was getting ready for this, so I didn't have time to call you back. I'm sorry about that. And then I've also got a little doorway. Oh, what colour should our doorway be? Blue? A blue door? A brown door? What do people think? Maybe a wooden door. So maybe if I was to stamp off soft suede, that would be the right colour. Michelle's got a nice tip there. And she's done it in 2, just to make emphasis, she's done it over 2 comments. Haven't you, Michelle? That was for emphasis, right? Says, she's saying, hope you don't mind me putting the following. Of course I don't mind. When using a solid photo polymer stamp and a juicy ink pad, use something to move ink from the surface of the pad to stop the bubbling. Yes. I actually did a video about that very thing. But tonight I was too lazy. So, all right, so I'm going to come down and add this doorway. All right, there we go. Now, we've also got, and this is kind of cute, like a little decorative scrolly bit. I don't think that's the official thing, but that's for the top here. And so I'm going to add that, and I think I'll do that in the soft suede ink, but full strength soft suede ink. So it's kind of like, just goes up here. You see that little scrolly bit there? So basically we're just making our little house come to life and look like a gingerbread house. But of course it's red, but that's okay. All right, so we've got a couple of things we need to cut out. Oh, the other thing I could do, I've got a cute little, and I might do this as well. I've got another piece here. Let me see. I've got plenty of scraps of these hanging around. Oh, that's a piece from an earlier video I did. There we go. I'm going to pop this little wreath here, and I'm thinking I'll ink it up in Garden Green. And I'm actually going to use a blending brush. If you've got a blending brush handy, this is a cute idea. Let me see if I can find one handy. I've got a whole new pack of them. I was just trying to avoid opening a new pack, but that's okay. These are blender pens, not blending brushes, but blender pens. Oh, here's one. There we go. And I'm going to actually take off the little berries that are in the center there. And then I'm going to use my red Stampin' Right marker to put the red berries in instead of green berries. Just huff on it to moisten that ink a little. And there we go. So can you see we've got our little red berries? Can you see those? Very cute. Right, so we have dies for all of these things. I like this kind of stamping where you're kind of building up a scene because it's just fun. They're fun to do. And I haven't decided whether I wanted to add some lollipops as well, but it's not necessary because we're not really trying to do a gingerbread house. But what I do want to do is I want to grab my dies. And let's have a look at what we've got here. This one, I really like this. This is like to put if you want to do like a mountain or a hill in front of your house, that's really cute. I've used that before already. It's a really cool one. That's about one of the only ones I have actually used. I'm going to cut this one out and I'm going to apply my puff paint to this. Okay, so it's going to go on our rooftop like that. All right, get to that in a second. We've got the little wreath here, which is going to cut out the wreath shape that we just had right there. And the other thing we could do, I was originally going to do a cloud and, you know, have that heading up towards the top. But what might be rather nice is having what about a little heart coming out of the top of my house? That might be cute. I like that idea. So I think maybe a heart. And I think I'm going to cut my heart out of some red glimmer paper. We've got at the moment packs of 6x6 red glimmer paper and white glimmer paper in a pack. And I think this might be rather nice. So it's time to bring our machine in. So let's put all those aside and close up my ink pads. And I can always reopen them later. Just got to remember that's sweet sorbet, not real red. Can you see that it's softer than real red? It is softer, but it's probably not noticeable when you haven't got anything to compare it to. All right, let me pull that over and grab my machine. I'm going to bring in my big machine tonight. I could use the mini one, but the big one's closer. And I'm going to tell you, I love both my machines, okay? Here's the thing. This is my honest to goodness ideas on this machine. The big machine to me is the workhorse, all right? This is the one I use when I want to do a lot of cutting, the one I use if I've got a lot of work to do, and it cuts all sizes of the dies that we have. You never have to worry if they're going to fit. They're all going to fit through this beautiful big machine, and I love it. Okay, it's fantastic. I'm going to zoom out so you can see it better. Now, if I remember correctly, I believe this is $218 for one of these. If you have never used a cut and emboss machine, you will never go back. Once you use one, you will just be amazed at how all the wonderful things you can cut with it, you can emboss with it. As the name suggests, you can do all these cool things. Oh, I just found a smaller piece of red, so that would be better for my heart than this big bit. Here we go. I'll pop that on there. And I'm going to run that through. I'll do that one separate. And then try not to forget where I put that little heart. I'm going to put it with the house. Here it is. Isn't that a cute little heart? Look how cute that is. Look, that's just gorgeous. All right, I'm putting it with the house. Now, even though the red is sweet sorbet and the glitter is real red, they're close enough. They still look good together. Okay, so I'm putting the heart back in the die pack because I do not want to lose any little pieces. Now, I've got my little trees. So let's start here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up my little trees. Little tip, when you are, well, a couple of little tips actually. When you're lining up dies, I find the easiest way to line them up is with either the stem or in this case the trunk. Okay, and rather than do the two that are immediately next to each other, and they might be jostling each other for room, pick two that are further apart, and I can always do this one by itself next pass through. So just a couple of little things to think about when you're cutting multiple dies from the same piece of paper. Oh, the wreath might be cute on the garden birdhouse. You know I don't have the garden birdhouse set, Jean, and I'm really wondering why I don't, because I love it. Absolutely love it. And it's one of those sets, I meant to buy it, actually completely forgot when I went through the catalogue to work out what I was going to get during the stamp sale they had last month. I was going to get that set. Totally forgot. Totally forgot to get it. Never mind. But it's a beautiful set, and one of these days I'm going to get it and probably use it like crazy until they retire it. But that's what I needed to do, and I forgot. That's good. So the one I did get during the stamp sale, I got the cheerful basket, the one with the basket of craft supplies and the pussycat and yeah, all the cute little things. I mean, what's not to love about that one? And this one, I'm now going to do the wreath. So if you have time tomorrow, I would love you to join me for the craft along event. Okay, so the craft along event is just going to be just a lovely afternoon of just making a beautiful project that you are welcome to either watch or craft along and make it with me. Okay, I will give measurements out on the video. So if you have got your trimmer handy, you can cut it up and have it to go, unless you've already got the supplies, in which case you're ready to go anyway. Now, if you're in my team, you get the videos for free. Okay, so people who ordered last month with me or people who are in my team all get the videos for free, and those will be emailed out in a document with all the links and everything after the video, the live video is finished. All right, I think I've got all the pieces. All right, so there we go. I'm going to pop that there. I'm just going to pop these bits and pieces back in here. I've got my two trees, I've got my roof. That will do for now. Let's pop that back under there. I'll put the cut and emboss machine next to me just in case I need to do that again. Now I'm not going to put my red heart on just yet. I will do my puff paint next. And I did the shape of the roof so that I can pretty much cover this with puff paint and then actually puff it up. So I probably should have thought to get the puff paint out when someone suggested it, but hang on and I'll grab it. I've also got this stuff. This takes a lot longer to dry, but this is the Pearlized Enamel Effects. You could do the roof with that too. That would be interesting. Because I didn't plan this and thought, oh yeah, puff paint, that's a great idea. Didn't even stop to think, do I know where it is? And maybe we don't know where it is right this second, and I will find it as soon as the video is over. I'll give it one more drawer to have a look in. And if it's not there, then we're going to use the Pearlized Effects instead. Okay, guys? And then I'll just have to do puff paint next time. As I go through all of my drawers looking for said puff paint. Okay, puff paint's not where it's supposed to be, so we're not going to use puff paint. We're going to use something else. And I will find the puff paint later, and then I'll do a second version. So what I'm going to do is, for now, I'm going to actually put on this white piece, and I'm going to do that with, it looks better if it's popped up, but it's a very, very small bit of roof that you've got to work with. So you could use mini dimensionals in some of the bigger bits. So let's have a look and see. So I can put one there and put one here. I'm sorry, Cherie, I don't know where it is. I thought I knew where it was and it wasn't there. Anyone else ever lose stuff like that? You know I do. That's okay though. If I'd been prepared earlier for it, I would have known where I would have had it, but that's okay. We could always do a different version and use it on Sunday night. I have used it before. We used it on some trees that we did a video with. You might remember that. And when we had the tree lot dies that were a celebration item, we'll just have to save that for another time. All right. Okay. So now we have, it doesn't stand out as well, but now we have a roof on there that is white, and I'm going to add puff paint later and show you that. I can use the Pearlized Enamel effects, but the problem with these is they take a while to dry. You need a good 30 minutes or so for these to dry. I'm looking in one more place. Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint, guys. Never mind. We'll work it out later. But anyway, in the meantime, we have this. Now, because you guys know I love, 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 love to use my blending brushes. So that's what I'm going to do next. And I'm thinking, shall we go? I was going to go Balmy Blue, but I'm thinking maybe Pool Party might be a good, because it's a nice light sky kind of a blue. I think that might work. Huffity paint. That's okay, Jenny. No problems. Enjoy the rest of your evening if you can. Linda Moment or 3, I know, right? It was such a good idea. Someone said puff paint and I got all excited, and who knows where my puff paint is. So I'm going to start up here and I'm going to come down. And Pool Party is interesting. Some people call it green and some people call it blue. I think it's more blue, but when I apply it like this, it definitely looks more green. So I'm just going to kind of come down here. There we go, and that's looking nice. Do we like this? All right, so let's grab our little trees. And I'm thinking one tree needs to go, I'm going to put them in before I glue them down because I just want to see what they're going to look like. One's going to go right here. And then one's going to go here, this side of the house. And the other one is going to go a little bit further down in front, like that. Right, so that's kind of how they're going to look. What do we think? Do we like that? Well, that's entirely possible, Ellen. But, you know, I can't blame Crumpet for everything. I can blame him if the ribbon goes missing. Absolutely, I know it's probably him. Who's the big bad wolf? I'm sorry, Cherie. I'm sorry. Don't huff and puff. You have to blow your house down. All right, so I've got some glue on the back. I'm just going to lift up my little fence here and I'm going to pop that kind of over this edge. And it's going to sit like that. And then we're going to do the same thing with this little guy here. Isn't this a cute stamp set though? I love a good cute stamp set. I hear our car is going. Actually it's my husband's work car. So he's working tonight and he left something here at home and he had to come home and pick it up, and I just heard the side door go, so he's home, and I heard the car. He can come in this way because he doesn't want to interrupt our shenanigans. All right, so here we go. This is how it's looking. What do we think? Do we like this? It's kind of cute, huh? Isn't that cute? All right, now of course, now that we've done our sponging, we can put our little red heart on, and I think he needs a dimensional. I think that'd be cute, a mini dimensional behind him. And there you go, that's going to go there like that. What are we thinking? Do we like this? How cute. Isn't that gorgeous? I love, love, love it. Oh, yes, I can move the camera closer. Thank you. Sorry you have to yell. Thank you for pointing that out because I missed that. I have to wave to my husband who's driving off. Actually, that wasn't my husband. That was my daughter in the car in my Honda. So she's gone out to get something. Who knows what? So it wasn't who I thought. You cannot see it enough. She's ready to huff and blow the house down. I know, right? Zoom, please. I know. I'm so sorry. I forget. I just forget. All right. I'm just I really like it too. All right. So let's get a piece of basic white cardstock for our card base. There's a mark there on that. Let me see if I can get that mark with my adhesive remover. I love adhesive remover. I wish we still sold it. This is one thing that I'm using tonight that you cannot, I got most of it, you cannot buy. Okay, so we used to sell them, but we don't anymore. So I'm going to use my bone folder. And I'm going to turn it over like that. Now I can just put this straight onto here and it would look quite nice. I don't mind all the white. I think that's quite pretty. Or I can use some paper behind. So let's have a quick look. I've got some lovely Christmas paper from the Santa Express set. So let's have a little look at that because that's really nice. We can use some green and have a strip going across, or we can have a strip going down. Down might be nice. Haven't done a down one for a while. Or we could go with real red. I don't mind this shaded spruce. That doesn't look bad. Or we've also got red and green dots. No, I don't like the other side. Don't want to use that. Oh, we have green stripes. That would work. And we have ho, ho, ho. But that's more Santa-y, isn't it? And we have fa la 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 as well. Oh, and this is from the gnome set, but I'm going to use that for something else. So I'll put that one aside. So I'm leaning towards one of these. It does need puffy. Yes, you are correct. Oh, you guys are so funny. You'll just have to imagine the snow until I find my puff paint, Cherie. I do have puff paint. I just don't know where it went. So these are the color options. I'm thinking maybe not this. And I'm leaning towards either. I'm thinking the green maybe or the red. Green with snowflakes. Yeah, I think so too, Judy. I think you're right. And green snowflakes said Michelle as well. Did I miss any other comments before that? Oh, you like the bear house? Bereft of snow. Ah. All right, we're going to go with the green. I agree, guys. It's the best choice in this one. So let's, and are we going to have it going down, top and bottom, or are we going to have it going across? That is the big question. I'm going to start with top and bottom and we'll see. So I'm going to make it, I'm thinking about 2 inches, which is about 5 centimeters wide. Let's see how this looks. So if I go this way, that's how that looks. But then I feel like the sides look empty. I don't know. And then if we go across, it's going to look like this. What do we think? Do we like it across or do we like it up and down? Oh, well, I guess that's good. Thanks, Fran. That makes me feel good to know that it makes you want the set. Across. Across says Katrina, and I think you're the first one. So Oh, the diagonal green was nice too, Jean. Yeah, okay, we've got a couple of people saying across as well. So this card, because it's half a sheet of A4 folded, that's going to be 10.5 centimeters across. So I'll make this 10.5 centimeters. And let's... So we've been having some issues here with my son. He's 16 and not enjoying school and not doing... Whoop, there goes the trimmer. And not doing great and really not enjoying himself. And we've just felt so... I felt so bad for him because, you know, he used to, you know, have a lot of more fun in his life, and just watching him being so sad and not together, and yeah, it's been kind of sad. So so we think we may have sorted him out. So that's been my priority this week. I've been spending a lot of time researching different options for him and what we need to do, and we might almost have a... I'll tell you about it when we're sure, but we might have a solution for him. So I'm hoping... It's hard when you watch your kids struggle, isn't it? And you watch them go through things that are really hard, and they don't know what to do, and yeah, it's really difficult. All right, so this is going to go on dimensionals, and I'm going to grab... I'm thinking I will grab some larger ones for this. So one in each corner. I could put a piece of like a bit of a border around this, but I've decided to just keep it on the white piece because then otherwise you'll see less of this background piece. So I'm just going to put it on just like it is. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, Crumber doesn't like storms either, Jenny. He's very scared of storms. Not a happy little cappy, not a happy chappy when there's a storm. And in fact, he can tell if there's a storm coming even before the thunder and everything starts. So, all right, so we need a little greeting. And even though it's a Christmas card, I'm wondering maybe just sending love would be nice. And maybe we put that on a small circle. I could do from our home to yours and put it on a bigger banner, but I'm thinking just a small one on a circle might be nice on this card. So let me pop that sending love on there. And I'm thinking, let me see, I do have in my little bag of thingies here, I could do a square, but I think the square is too big. So I think we want just a small circle. And if I can't find a small circle, I'm going to have to cut one, but that's fine. We can do that. I've used up a whole bunch of circles in the last day or so, and I don't have very many left, I don't think. Nope, might have to cut one. Okay, so best for that is... Oh, my husband is trying to send me messages. He keeps leaving post-it notes all over my desk. I find them all over the place, all over my computer, that say restart, 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 because he wants me to remember to restart my computer, because he gets really, really frustrated when I don't regularly restart it as often as I should. So it's meant to be done every day, and I don't very often remember to do it. So, okay, that one might be too big, maybe. I think I need to go down a size. So you know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to actually do this circle later. I will cut that circle and we'll have that. We'll have that on a very small circle just down here. I think that might be the best place for it. Or perhaps up here in the top. I could actually stamp it here in the corner directly on. And if it doesn't work, then I could put a circle over the top of it. Should we do that? It is hard. I know, Katrina, you're right. School isn't for everyone, and trying to work out what all the options are is not easy. It's really, really tricky, really difficult. All right, let me try. I'm going to use, this is Shaded Spruce, which is the same color as this. So let's pop this here and see how that looks. And it's up near the heart, so sending love kind of sounds appropriate. Okay, what do you think? Just on there like that? Or do you think it should have been on a circle? I don't mind that. I think it looks all right. You know what? There is no script, Cherie, and you follow that just fine. Oh, dear. Oh, that's not nice, Jenny. I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, just, I don't know what to say to that. I'm very sorry. Right. Just going through. You think that's all right, Ellen? You think? Well, I trust your judgment, honey, so I'm going to go with that. Well, yes. Well, Paul is very, very big on restarting the computer, Ellen. So, yeah. I think if I add some puff paint to this, Cherie, it will be perfect. It'll be a perfect card. So there you go. That's how this one turned out. I really like it. It's pretty simple. Just we kind of just built up a little scene, add a little bit of blending and some bling. And do we need more bling, Jody? What do you think? No bling. Did you say no bling? Or do you mean I should add bling? Sorry, when you said no bling, LOL, do you mean you think there shouldn't be any, or you think you're surprised that I haven't added any? Yes, I trust your judgment. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, that's right, Jenny. It is. It is what it is. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to go through all the comments to see if I've missed anything else. Oh, blingless. Oh my goodness. Really? You think this little bit of it does have bling because it has this, and if we end up putting on either the pearlized, oh, you know what we forgot? We forgot the wreath. I don't think it needs it. I don't think I want the wreath. I think I like it without. And I'm going to leave it just like this. Okay, so it's going to one side, and then I'm going to straighten up my camera because I don't like it when my camera is crooked. And there we go. So this is a set. It's called Sweet Gingerbread. The set is $32, or you can buy it with the dies as well. And what did we say that was? 80 something. I forget. Something. It was not a particularly badly priced set. It's up towards the front of your catalogue. It's on page 20 right here. The dies by themselves are 58, but the bundle is 81. There you go. Okay. Oh, wink on. Oh, you do want bling. I thought you were telling me you didn't want it. No bling. Yes, bling. No wreath. Ellen's no bling and no wreath. I agreed, no wreath. Jody is our bling queen. So wink is a good idea. I've got that right here. So should we do that? Shall I grab it and do wink? And then we can always add puff paint later when I find it if we want to. All right, so I'm going to add that. This is just going to add some sparkle. If anyone's wondering what Wink of Stella does, it just adds sparkle. It's hard to see in the light on the camera, but if I turn it, you might be able to see it. Can we see the sparkle, or can we not? It's a bit hard to see. I can see it, but you probably can't because the camera makes it kind of difficult. Add a little bit more because you can never have too much, really. All right, you just have to trust me. It does look good. Okay. All right, so that's the first thing. Then, remember what happened to me last week? I told you I was silly, and instead of ordering the new set, which was the framed florets, instead of ordering that, and where are they? Let me see. Okay, so I ordered this, and silly me ordered 2 of those. And I put one set aside so I don't use both sets, but I stupidly ordered 2 of that and forgot to order 1 of these. So I ended up with 2 of those and none of these, but now I've got these ones. So I thought we would use those tonight to make a really simple simple card. And I've got some paper here, some coloured paper, and I'm going to cut this to size. This is going to be my card front in soft succulent, and I'm going to cut it into card front size. So this is going to be 10 centimeters across and 14.3 long, which is card front size here on A4 cardstock. Okay, but you would, if you're not in Australia, or sorry, if you use Imperial, you're going to be using whatever size works for you. All right, so I have got, I could do it with soft succulent, which is the same color ink, or I could, if I wanted to make more of a statement, I could move up to evening evergreen. But what I want to do is create a background, and I want to do it with one of these stamps. Okay, and I like this fa la la. I thought, you know, you can have lots and lots of fa la las, fa la 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 la. So probably, Jenny, I think well, I'm overdue if age certainly can get to me. So you know, happens to the best of us. That's okay. All right, so I have got my stamp here, and for anyone, these are brand new, have never used them before. For anyone who hasn't seen these, and I haven't put all these, I should have taken all of these off the block, but I didn't. So I'll just move them to one side. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting my fa la la, can you see it there, sticker onto my block. And I'm going to show you, for anyone who hasn't seen it before, I'm going to do it again. And sometimes I do this just so that newbies can see this, because it is the best way to put your blocks onto your stickers onto your stamps. Okay, what I've done is there is always like a split in the back of the stickers to make it easier to take it off, and I've just dog-eared that a little bit, and then I'm going to pick up the whole sticker from the backing sheet so that it now comes off, and I've got the whole thing. Okay, I'm going to stick that directly onto my block. So who has not seen this up? Who hasn't seen this? Who hasn't seen this happen before? Because, yeah, there you go. So now see how I've got these bits that I dog-eared earlier? I can just use that to pull those off really easily. Then I'm going to flip my block over, and because it's acrylic and I can see where I'm going, I'm just going to put that straight onto my stamp, and now my stamp is together and it's ready to go. Okay, I can either put it back in the set into the cover, or I can use it straight away. Now I'm actually going to go tone on tone for this one. I'm going to create my background with the soft succulent ink pad, and I am going, because we're using rubber stamps, we don't need to use a mat underneath. I'm just going to create a background. So I'm stamping it very randomly, but filling in the spaces pretty much. And we're just going to create a background, pretending we've got a bit like pattern paper, isn't it? So there we go. We've got a nice fa la la background now. And we've got all these other, now what goes, if you were to, I know exactly which one I want to do. I'm singing a song, so what would I sing? If I'm singing fa la 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 la, what would I want first? I would want this one, right? 'Tis the season to be jolly. Does that sound like a Christmas carol to you? It does. So I'm going to grab that. That's this one here. I'm going to put this one together in exactly the same way. You take it out, take off the backing paper, and then I always put it so the top of the stamp is away from me and the bottom is closest to me. Then I go and find my 'Tis the Season to be Jolly, the matching sticker, dog-ear the back where the tear is, where the split is. And then we're going to pick up the whole thing like this. And we're going to find ourselves another block, and we're going to stick that straight down onto the block. Okay, then I'm going to lift off the backing with that dog-eared split, turn it over, and make sure that my stamp is facing the right way, and pop this straight onto my stamp. And it's ready to go. Done. I used to not put the stickers on my stamps with the old cling stamps, but the new ones, the stickers are so good. They're much, much stickier. See, I've got everyone singing now, right? All right, so what have we got? We've got some, I'm just thinking, I would like to use probably a little bit more Whisper White, and or maybe I'll put this on a big circle, maybe. There we go. That might be an idea. A big circle is a good idea. Let me grab out my pieces again. I know I've got big circles. There's one. That might be too big. Let me see. See, this is quite a large size, isn't it? Wrong green, totally. I wouldn't want to use that. Got a smaller. That's not a bad color. That's Sahara sand. It doesn't look too bad with that green. I've also got squares and rectangles. Maybe this is a better size. That might be a good size. All right, so that one's going to go. This is from the Beautiful Shapes dies, and I don't know if you can see it's got that lovely embossed edge to it. Really, really nice, the Beautiful Shapes dies. So I'm going to use my Evening Evergreen, my darker piece. And I'm just going to stamp this in the middle of my circle. Like that. So now we have 'Tis the Season to be Jolly and our Fa La Las. Oh, thank you, Margaret. Yes, I had a good day. Like I said, I'm sorting out things with my son at the moment, and I felt today like we made some real progress. You know, it really felt good, actually. Now, I haven't decided whether I'm going to use any of this, but I think maybe I will. This is beautiful, this paper. This is part of the Lights Aglow paper, and we've got all these lovely pieces. This looks like it could be a good match. We've got some other colors as well. So we've got the Evening Evergreen is in here. We've got the Soft Succulent in here. There's also, there's a whole bunch of different lovely shapes, actually. We've got this lovely piece, but that's, you know what, that kind of does work, but I think it's too light. I would rather a contrasting color. There's also this in the Cherry Cobbler. And this is really cute. Can you see it with the gold sparkles on it? The foil dots. It's very cute. So I'm going through and just seeing if there's any papers that I like better. But I don't know that there is. I might just be... This one's a little darker. I'll take that one away. And then we've also got, that's if we stick with the greens. We've also got, this is kind of nice. Actually, the one that's on the back of this is nice as well. We've got this. Or we have this. And I'm leaning towards this. So let's see how this would look. We'll grab our trimmer. And my circle is, the diameter of my circle is about 6.5 centimeters. So let's start with 7.5 or 3 inches, if you prefer, just over 7.5. Let's pop that on there. And I'm thinking, now that I've done this, I don't mind it, but I'm thinking maybe we need a a little bit of a mat around this. So let's try, I'll try 8, about 8.2, and we'll see how that works, or 3 1/4 inches. I'm going to pop some glue on the back of this. I haven't been looking at the comments for a while. I'm sorry, guys. I've got all involved in what I'm doing. And oh, see, Ellen doesn't even have puff paint. Huh, there you go. Cherie's not going to let the puff paint go. I'll never live it down, will I? So who's joining me tomorrow for our craft along? I'm looking forward to it. That should be fun. I'm going to use a couple of dimensionals, and I'm thinking I might use, I've got lots of mini dimensionals, but I've just kind of run out of small ones. Now, here's something else that arrived during the week. They're much nicer than they look online. These are the swirls that are part of the Fitted Florets stamp set. Now, if you're wondering how to get your hands on this, for customers, it won't be available until the 1st of November, okay? However, for demonstrators, you can get it right now, like I did. And can you see them? I'm going to take them out of the packet because they're actually really nice. They remind me a little bit of the old faceted gems that I love so much. But these are a limited edition thing. So they're going to be available 1st of November to customers while stocks last, unless you're a demonstrator and you want to get them early. Can you see them? Very, very pretty. They're really nice. Much, much nicer than I thought they'd be. So I'm going to use those in a minute. All right, so I need to grab some more dimensionals. Good thing I just ordered some more, and they're in the box right behind my desk. So let me grab them. There they are. Brand new pack. I seem to go through these things like nuts. I go through them all the time because everything's got to have dimensionals. And on a circle this size, I like about 3. 1, 2, and 3, like that. Oh, hi, Carol. Nice to see you. I'm just scrolling down. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Michelle. I hope everything's okay. Oh, well, Ellen knows the story. I had something happen this week. My husband and I were going to a wake, and I don't know if anyone else has ever had this happen to them. We went to the wrong wake, the wrong one. Whoops. Never have I had that happen before. It wasn't anyone's fault. It was just a bit of an unusual thing because the funeral was online, and then the wake was, that was at 11 o'clock. The wake was at 1. So along we went, and was only when we got there and realised we didn't know anybody that we realised that actually we looked again at the invitation and the wake wasn't until Saturday. So that was a little embarrassing. Okay, I'm going to grab my bow punch, actually. Oh, no, I'm not. I just had a thought what I should use. I've just had an idea. These are in our mini catalogue, if I can find them. Then I found them. These are called the Gold Holly Leaves, and they were in the mini catalogue last year, and they're back. So I'll show them to you in just a second. Let me grab my mini catalogue. And I think the adding this little bit of embellishment is going to make all the difference to this card. Okay. So they're these, the Gold Holly Leaves, and they're on page 21. And they're really, really nice. Okay, we're 21. Oh, hang on. Oh, there they are, right down here. It's actually really hard to see. They don't stand out very much there at all, do they? Look at that. Okay, but they're back. They're really, really nice. So let me show them to you. I'm going to put them on my card. They come in a couple of different sizes. So you've got some bigger ones and some smaller ones. And let's pop a couple of them down here. See how nice these are. Love, love, love them. Right, let me get my... Pop one here. And they go really nicely with the gold foil in the paper. So this is a nice look. And then, of course, we're going to add some little gold swirls from these guys, and that's going to look amazing. So if you're wanting to get your hands on the gold swirls, you won't be able to get them until the 1st of November unless you're a demonstrator. Or if you were thinking about joining with this month's fantastic kit special, you can get them in your kit and get them early. So that's always a bonus. The kit special this month is amazing. Please reach out if you're interested in it. It is spend $169 and get $283 worth of product. And that means you're getting $114 worth of product for free. For free. Okay, and it's free shipping as well. So if I was you and I was looking and thinking, oh, is this a good time to join? The answer is absolutely yes, and I would not be doing my job properly if I didn't tell you what a great deal that was. Okay, so that's why I want to make sure that you all know about that great deal. And this set reminds me, because you can't get it until the 1st of November, it reminds me to tell you because only demonstrators are able to get that. All right, let me grab my scissors. I'm going to pop my scissors under here, just like that, to pick it up to make sure you get the adhesive with it. Deciding where this should go, actually. Maybe I'll have one down here in the corner. Oh, these are so nice. They do remind me a little bit of the those gems, the faceted gems that we used to have, which we don't have anymore, and it's very, very sad. Right, just like that. All right, so before I put this onto the white card base, which is my next move, I want to grab my soft succulent ink. Whoop. Very funny, Cherie. Cherie, the wrong wedding. Goodness me. And Sharon, oh my gosh. That's hilarious. At least you can make jokes about it, hey? All right, so I've just kind of edged that with my soft succulent piece. I know it's a little embarrassing. I know funeral crashes. It sounds terrible. Thank goodness that we didn't eat any of the food. Oh my goodness. We were looking around, and I mean, yeah. Anyway, I'm just glad that we realised. I went and asked somebody, and she said, I asked first of all, I said, is this the wake? And she's like, yes. I'm like, okay, it is. But we still didn't know anyone, and then thinking, hang on a second, this can't be right. And that's when we found out it was Saturday, not straight after the funeral, as we had assumed. So what do they say? Assume makes an us out of you and me. That's what that is. All right. So we never got to eat the food, and I'm really, really glad we didn't, Cherie. That was I'm popping this on my card base now, so I'm actually almost finished this card. What do we think? Do we like it? It's pretty simple, okay, but it does have that nice little bit of bling, and these gold holly leaves, don't they look good with that? That looks really nice. I like that they've got a nice bit of shine on them. Daylight saving. No, I couldn't even blame that. Oh dear. They do look a bit like upholstery pinheads. I forgot about those. Yes, they sit flat. Yes, and they sit flat here. They come like this in the pack as well. So how many do you get? You get, does it tell you? 75. There's 75 of them in the pack. So they'll last a little while, which is nice. I'm just going through to see if I've missed any other comments. I did once go to the wrong funeral as well. So that's definitely, and it was a friend's father, and it was one of those cemeteries where they had 4 different chapels, and there was more than one funeral on at the same time. and the chapels were like next door to each other, and I went to the wrong one. So yeah, that one was, I just walked in, I'm like, I don't know anyone here, I'm definitely in the wrong place, because it was someone that I was fairly close to that I would have known lots of people. So yeah. Yeah, wake is a great idea, and I've been to a few in my time, and I agree. I think they're a necessary thing, Michelle, to say goodbye. It really is a nice way for people who are still here to say goodbye and remember the person that you're saying goodbye to. Yep, final closure. Exactly. Yep, lots of humor tonight from Miss Cherie. Oh, that's funny. Oh, I don't know. Was it a teacher joke? You like this, Margaret? Is this? Yeah, I think it turned out nice, and I like the background with just the fa la la. That's a nice way to, to create. It's almost like creating your own background pattern paper. Almost. Yeah. Yeah, you really do have to be careful when you're going to those sorts of things to make sure you go to the right one. Yep, there is definitely a theme here for sure. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that tonight, guys. We ended up doing a couple of green cards tonight. Wasn't my intention, but that's just how it worked out. And sometimes that happens, right? We ended up with these two. And what do we think? I was a little bit all over the place tonight. I promise I'll be more organized tomorrow. I felt really bad that I couldn't find the puff paint, but never mind. We'll play with that next time. Yeah, definitely go home to the right house. That's exactly right. Yep, me too, Jody. I was taught that when I was young as well. Oh, that's all right, Katrina. I'm glad you like them. Yes, there is a replay, and you'll be able to get all the puff paint jokes when you watch the replay, Megan. I know, Cherie. I know that. Yeah, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, ladies. And it's 2:00, and we're making a beautiful, beautiful easel card project. And there'll be lots of tutorials afterwards for lots of other projects that I'm going to show you as well. Did anyone want a sneak peek really, really quickly of one of the cards? Let me find one for you. Hang on a second. I know where it is. I'm deciding which one to show you, because I've got a couple that are really, really cute. And I'm only going to show you one, all right? But this is one of the easel cards. Can you see it? All right, so it's got like a little window there, and then it stands up like this. This is one of them, all right? So you can see how that sits there. And I've used the soft succulent foil paper that's in the mini catalogue, and that's really, really cute. So yeah, there's lots and lots of different projects tomorrow to show you. There's a diamond easel card. There's a twisted corner card easel card. There's a candlelight easel card. So there's a whole bunch of different things. So I hope you really like them, and we'll talk about those. I love Stampin' Up too, Cherie. I'm glad we're all on the same page, because everyone enjoys making pretty things, and that's what we want to do, right? All right, guys, I hope to see you at 2:00 tomorrow. If you can't make it, please watch the replay. And otherwise, I will see the rest of you on Sunday night for some more live card making. Have a fantastic day and a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.